Hello FPL managers, today we've got the buy, hold, sell for Game Week 4. In today's video, we'll look over 2 buy options, 2 hold options and 2 sell options to assist you guys with your transfer planning for the upcoming game week. If you guys want to get the extra edge this FPL season, then click the top link in the description to get yourself 65% off Fantasy Football Fix Premium and also get yourself the free strategy guide. So just before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to show support for the channel as we try to hit 5k subs by Game Week 5, and also click that notification bell so you guys don't miss any future uploads. And with that being said, let's get into the video. Starting off with the buy options is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The Everton forward is coming in at £8.2 million and has impressed so far this season with 23 points in his first 3 matches. This has come about as he has got a goal in each of his first 3 games, totaling for 3 goals, and has been very impressive, also getting 5 bonus points as well. In his most recent match, he recorded 9 points against Brighton as he got himself a goal which had a 0.81 XG, had a 0.05 XA, recorded 2 shots, one of which was on target, and also attempted 1 assist as well. He has taken one of the most shots for any forward so far this season, and he continues to be a great value up top at just 8.2 million. He also currently has the highest expected goals out of any player in the league, which is sitting at 2.86. And with Everton's great upcoming fixtures of Burnley, Villa, Norwich and Manchester United as the next 4, I definitely would be expecting Calvert-Lewin to continue his goal scoring form. He also has an ICT index ranking of 2 for forward so far, which is very impressive, further highlighting his great influence, creativity and threat. Calvert-Lewin does have a slight injury at the moment, but he does have a 2-week international break to recover from this injury, so I'm sure he'll be ready to go in Game Week 4 against Burnley at home. So if you are looking for a forward at around £8 million and you are looking to move on Danny Ings, then I do think Dominic Calvert-Lewin looks to be the best option. And moving on to the second buy option is West Ham's midfielder Said Benrahma. Benrahma is coming in at £6.3 million currently, but he is expected to see a price rise to £6.4 million in the coming days. Benrahma had already seen over 1 million managers transfer him in coming to Game Week 3, and he currently is the 3rd highest owned midfielder with a 27.9% ownership. So if you are part of the 72% or so that don't currently own him, I definitely think it could be a good time to jump on him, as I would expect his price to rise over the coming days. So far this season, he has got himself 26 points across his first 3 matches, recording 2 goals and 2 assists. He also has a 1.09 XG, which is fairly decent for only playing 3 games, and he's getting very involved in that West Ham attack. So despite blanking Game Week 3, he still had some nice underlying numbers of 1 shot which was on target and also attempted an assist as well, with an XG of 0.1 and an XA of 0.1, so even when he's not scoring points, he is still getting involved and providing chances to his teammates. West Ham's great fixture run does continue as they face Southampton, United, Leeds and Brentford for the next 4 matches, so I would be expecting Benrahma to continue his goal scoring form across this period. Benrahma at just £6.3 million is such a great value option in the midfield, as I would expect him to be one of the highest point scorers across the first 10 matches, and he is £3 to £4 million cheaper than many of the other premium options. Taking a look at Luke Shaw, he's the first hold option on the list, as the Manchester United defender did get himself his first return of the season, getting himself 6 points in Game Week 3 against the Wolves. His price has remained steady at £5.5 million, despite being one of the higher transferred out players so far this game week, with already 50,000 managers moving him on. This does make him the 10th highest transferred out player, but I do think with these nice upcoming fixtures, he could prove to be a strong FPL asset. Luke Shaw still remains the 3rd most popular pick in FPL at the moment, and I do think despite only getting 11 points in his first 3 matches, there is plenty in store for him over the upcoming games. He only has an XG of 0.02 so far this season, as he's only attempted 1 shot, but has attempted 5 assists, which is one of the highest numbers for defenders. So with Newcastle at home in Game Week 4, I definitely wouldn't be moving him out for this fixture, as I would expect him to potentially get a clean sheet and maybe an attacking return. He is also on free kicks and corners as well, and I do believe Manchester United have been slightly unlucky with their clean sheet count so far. Manchester United also have one of the lowest expected goals conceded so far this season, so with Newcastle, West Ham, Villa and Everton as their next 4, I wouldn't say it's the right time to move out Luke Shaw. Patrick Bamford is the next hold option on the list, as I have already seen 50,000 managers transfer him out so far this game week. The striker is coming in at £7.9 million, as his price has dropped by £0.1 million, which does make him a slightly more tempting option. I wouldn't expect his price to go down that much more over the coming days, so I wouldn't really be transferring out for that reason, as he only has a 13.5% ownership. In just 3 matches, he has recorded 14 FPL points, which is fairly decent as he has produced a goal and an assist so far. He currently has a 0.9 on XG, which is a bit lower than I would have expected, but it's still not a bad number. He did attempt 7 shots over his first 3 games with 2 attempted assists as well, so these are some very nice underlying numbers, so he is just low on points at the moment in terms of converting his attacking chances. He was one that could potentially go on the buy list, as I would say him and Dominic Calvert-Lewin look to be the best £8 million strikers at the moment, but he does have some very nice upcoming fixtures as well. Despite facing Liverpool at home in Game Week 4, he then faces Newcastle, West Ham and Watford after that, then Southampton, Wolves and Norwich his next 3 matches, so really up until until game week 10, the Leeds fixtures are looking fairly nice. But if you do currently own Bamford, I wouldn't be too concerned about moving him on, as he did record 8 points in his most recent match and only looks to increase his points from there. Bamford was in some very nice attacking positions against Burnley, as he had an XG of 0.56 for that game, as he recorded 3 shots, one of which was on target. So if he can keep producing these nice underlying numbers, then I definitely would expect him to be a nice FPL option over the coming weeks, so he's definitely a strong hold. Having a look at these sell options, Danny Ings is the first player on the list, as the Villa forward did produce 3 consecutive returns in his first 3 matches, but his fixtures have taken a turn for the worst. Danny Ings is currently the second highest transferred up player this week, with 125,000 managers moving him out of the squads, but he still has produced some very nice numbers, getting himself a total of 19 FPL points in his first 3 games, with 2 goals and 1 assist. He has also played every minute for Aston Villa so far, which is fairly good signs for him, and he is obtaining that striker role, so he is getting into some nice attacking positions. His underlying numbers haven't been the best so far, as he only has an XG of 1.06 and has only attempted 1 assist as well. Speaking of his fixtures, he faces Chelsea, Everton and Manchester United and Tottenham as his next 4 matches, which I wouldn't really expect him to get that many chances in, and since his underlying numbers aren't the best and many other £8 million forwards do have some nice upcoming fixtures, it could be a good time to transfer him out. And for the second and final sell option is Leicester's midfielder Harvey Barnes. Barnes has already seen a price drop so far, as he is priced at £6.9 million and only has an 8.2% ownership. He has been very disappointing in his first 3 matches, only recording 7 points as he has blanked 3 consecutive times. Despite this, he still has played 200 minutes, but he has been getting subbed off fairly early, as in game week 1 he got subbed off in the 71st minute, game week 2 in the 63rd and 66th minute in game week 3. He only has an XG of 0.2 over his first 3 games, as he isn't really getting into attacking positions, as he is staying fairly wide and has only attempted 1 assist as well, as it seems that the rest of the Leicester attack is firing apart from him. If I was to go for a Leicester midfielder or attacker right now, it'd probably be Jamie Vardy, as he looks to be on form, but Harvey Barnes looks to be very out of form at the moment. His next 2 matches are fairly tricky, as he faces Manchester City at home and then a solid Brighton defence away. After that, he does face Burnley at home and Crystal Palace, which is nice matches, but with his poor form at the moment and his high price of 6.9 million, I would be expecting him to be transferred up by quite a lot of managers. So with many other midfielders around his price range, we look to be better options, such as likes of Rafinha or Benrahma. It could be worthwhile moving Harvey Barnes on, especially with his bad next 2 fixtures. So that's all I've got for today for the buy, hold, sell of Game Week 4. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to show your support for the channel, as we're trying to hit 5k subs by Game Week 5. Also, click that notification bell so you guys don't miss any future uploads, and leave a comment what you guys thought of this video and what are your transfer plans for the upcoming game week. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.